father's here to see you now. He heard you weren't feeling well.
Is he gonna do that weird cheek thing? I hate it when he does that.
Oh, come on, Fred. It'll only be for a little bit. It won't take long. Isn't that right, honey?
We'll see, kiddo. I'm going to go get him now.
Hey! How's the sick? I bought you a special present.
You did? What is it?
Open it up.
A book.
That's right. It's a special kind of book. It was a book my father used to read to me when I was sick, and then I used to read to your father. Today, I'm going to read it to you.
Has it got any sports in it?
It's got all kinds of sports. It's one of the stories of one of the most interesting cities in the world.
It doesn't sound too bad. I'll give it a listen.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much for your vote of confidence. I appreciate it. Alright. The Story of Milan, Chapter 1. Buttercup grew up in a small Celtic town, Mediolanum, called Milan, towards the north of the Italian peninsula. Her favorite pastimes were siding with Carthage and tormenting the local farm boy Wesley.
Farm boy, you've been doing excellent work. I'll be sure to tell my father, Signore Cataneo. You've been speaking of politics lately. How goes the small arguing match between Rome and Carthage? Tell me.
All he ever said to her was,
"As you wish."
which was his way of saying, I love you. Unfortunately, as time progressed, the fancies between Carthage and Rome led to an annexation of their beloved town.
When does this get good?
Keep your shirt on and let me read.
Buttercup, I have no money for our marriage. I must seek a fortune. I set sail dawn tomorrow.
As Mediolanum has gone from a capital city of Rome to a metropolis in Lombardy, now being called Milan, Buttercup knew she did not love her fiancé. After her betrothal to the King Longobard, she couldn't pretend any longer, especially not after she learned her true love's death aboard his ship.
My king? I think we need to talk.
My bride. Whatever could it be?
I'm still in love with my Wesley. We can no longer be together.
I will not accept this. As long as we in Lombardy and Roman control is far from us, we'll stay together.
I'll join the commune. I'll get my independence. Your Germanic hegemony will taunt me no longer.
We'll see. Even if you do displace me with your rudimentary democracy with, say, the Palazzo della Regione, I'll still have Visconti. In fact, Visconti, take her away.
Visconti, take her to the ships.
That Frederick Barbarossa, I just don't know what to do with him. He tells me to take her away, and I take her away, but these strong-arm tactics of the government mean nothing. You know, Princess, we're not just going to subdue you, as the king said. No. We are going to steal you away. There shall be no marriage for you or your lordship. We cannot have him seal well wishes of all Lombardy. I swear his family line only works the same way. It's a constant struggle for political hegemony over the entire region. It's inconceivable! Don't they know that the Milanese are a proud, strong race?
Hey, Visconti. I think there's something following us.
Inconceivable! It's a pirate ship! It's the Revenge! And it can only be captained by the man in black!
Visconti! Let's dock her at the Cliffs of Insanity. We can take her out of Milanese control.
All right, boys, let's go up. Get her. Inconceivable! I happen to come from a long line of dukes, I'll have you know. In fact, it was my father who built the Grand Duomo, which even today looms in the distance of your precious Longobard Palazzo.
Oh, Princess, you weigh a ton.
She doesn't fall this time.
What?
You just seemed a little scared.
I wasn't scared, I was just a little concerned. There's a difference.
Well, let's get on with it.
Unhand me. Your name and title mean nothing to me. Your family has ruled alongside my king. Milan could be so much more than just a mere duchy if you wouldn't rule with an authoritarian force.
I'm not enlightened enough for this. Everyone! Look, there's the man in black! He's climbing the cliff all himself! This is inconceivable! This has just been incredible! Auntie, who's the man in black? Well, they say he's the dreaded pirate of the Orient! He roams the seven seas looking for unsuspecting travelers to ravage. I have no doubt he is looking for the princess. News of our capture must have reached the ears of all the cutthroats and outlaws of Lombardy. No matter, just grab that rock and crush him. Good. Inconceivable! He's still climbing! He's still following us! I can't believe you, you big moron! Ah! Hey, Visconti. The princess isn't the lightest thing in the world. I can't believe you hired me for this. You got a giant, and this is what I'm doing? Well, you weren't the easiest thing to care for either, now were you, Sforza? Don't forget where I found you, unemployed in Greenland! And you, Inigo! When I found you in that tavern outside of Milan, you were so slobbering drunk I couldn't believe it! Gee.
You go ahead. I can handle this one. This pirate doesn't know what he's in for. I trained with the best that Spain had to offer. I will make my father proud.
Thanks for the help.
No problem. We can wait for you. Oh, and while we wait, do you happen to have 6 fingers? My city was attacked by a man. He killed my father. He had 6 fingers.
Nope, only 5. The ways of you and your friends is frankly medieval. It's time for some change.
Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. I'm here to protect the princess. Prepare to die.
You're not really gonna kill me, are you?
No, but I am going to spar with you. So tell me, man in black, what do you know of your city's military defeats?
What defeats?
Well, let me tell you, my friend. The cardinals of Milan, they only solidified the church's hegemony. The political dissonance has kept you in small communy.
Ah, yes. That's when we acquitted your cardinal.
We have acquitted your religious emperor, only to replace them with another. Do not forget the man who killed my father. The man I am on the hunt for besieged you. And the princess's idea of a Palazzo della Regione fell apart, unable to protect against all of this pressure.
You have only speaking of your defeats, Spaniards, for you have forgotten that we've gained influence over Bergamo, Novara, Cremona, Como, Montoya, Pienza, Brescia! And for the man who killed your father, he was defeated in the Battle of Lagano.
Man in black! End my suffering in my quest to revenge my father!
We'll see, Spaniard.
You know, I could have hit you if I wanted to. I missed purposely.
I believe you. So now what?
We fight like God intended. No weapons. Sports for life. No tricks. No weapons. Skill versus skill alone. You cannot simply stop an aristocratic duchy who has all power in the northern Italian peninsula.
I guess I'll take another kind of approach.
What do you think about Milan's growing metropolis? Your lust for power will only hurt your silk and agricultural industries. I don't envy the headache you will have when you awake.
There was a mighty duel here. It ranged all over. They were both masters.
Well, who won? How did it end?
The loser ran off alone, and the winner followed those footprints toward Milan. The loser is nothing. Only the princess matters now. Clearly, this is all a plan by the warriors of Spain.
Well, it could be a trap, couldn't it?
I always think anything could be a trap. That's why I'm still alive.
Inconceivable! So it's down to you and me now, isn't it? One step closer and you won't have a princess to steal, my friend.
Yes, perhaps we can make an agreement.
There will be no such arrangement between the church and you, really. Now I propose a game of wits. Have you heard of Caravaggio, Da Vinci, Bramante?
Yes.
Morons, all of them, really. Here we have a vial of arsenic. It's a poison deadly to most men. It even got Sforza, the giant's family. Now simply pour it into one of the glasses while my back is turned. Now I just need to pick which glass is poisoned and avoid it. Now, if I pick the glass closest to you, I'm favoring philosophy and science, your rhetoric of heliocentricity in design projects, like Da Vinci's proto-helicopter, of course, that's it! Da Vinci's trying to warn me to fly clear, of course! Oh, those sciences that you hold so dear to your heart, they cause you to forget all thoughts of dead and the Lord. Now, of course, that puts it in my cup, representing the church, those who condemned and silenced you. Oh, yes, I know your precious Da Vinci taught you to question the church. He said, question the church as you would question anything else. Well, then it's simple. That puts it back in my cup. Now, I suppose... Oh, what in the world is that?
I see nothing.
No matter, let us drink. Inconceivable! You fool! You fell for one of the greatest blunders! I turned it while your back was turned! The greatest blunder is, of course, never fight a land war in Asia! But the second is never fight against the church when political hegemony and finances are on the line! You fool!
Who are you? How did you best him?
Years at sea, I was able to build an immunity towards arsenic powder. So, when we both drank, he died, I lived.
Well, whatever you ask for ransom, you'll get it. I promise.
And what good are the policies of politics? I mean, woman. I loved someone, yet she betrothed to another.
You mock my pain, you pirate. I love my fiancé not. You are amongst the kind who killed my true love.
You are incapable of love. In some cases, you could say, I killed him.
Mock me no longer, pirate. Die for all I care.
And you win!
Oh no! My Wesley! What have I done?
My lord, we're from the next location of the ruffian. He leaves behind only a black mask.
He must be the dreaded pirate. He can't be worse than that cantonnier figure back home.
Don't speak of that movement. We don't want to disrupt the king. All I know is that he's working in large numbers. Once we get past our king's planned rebirth of Milan, with the recapture of Buttercup, he plans to strike.
He killed the poor merchant with arsenic powder. He must have known we were hot on their trail. They head to the fire swamps now.
No matter. Round up your men. Prepare to capture them at the swamp's edge. It would be a miracle if he survived anyway.
To ever get you back to Milanese lands, we'll have to pass through the fire swamp. Whoa!
Thank God, we are out of the control of the Italian Milanese.
Careful now, Princess. We're dabbling in Spanish lands. They've encroached ever so close to Milanese lands. They've suppressed Sforza, Inigo, and even your king.
Well, if this is what freedom feels like, I love it.
Oh, you've been so kind to show us the fire burst. I doubt there's anything else that threatens us in this grimy swamp.
Wait, Wesley. What about the ROUSs?
Resurgimento over unexpected stagnation.
No, I know the Spanish only bring to this land economic decline and political despotism, but I meant the other ROUSs.
Rodents of unusual size? I doubt they exist. That wasn't too bad now, was it?
Surrender!
I will not! I know what you do to those you capture. Your recantation of Bacharian principles won't work upon me.
I'll tell you once more, surrender!
Wasn't that a one-shot pistol, sir?
I will not. You don't listen to your people's philosophy.
Stand aside. We already have Princess Buttercup. Now submit. We will give you no harm.
And if I submit,
We will bring you back to your ship, the Revenge. You can continue your life as a marauding pirate in the Orient.
Once he's out of sight, bring him to the pit of despair. Bacharian philosophy matters not.
Where am I? You, my new friend, are in the pit of despair. No one makes it out. No one makes it out of here alive. Don't even think about escape.
You can't torture me here. It isn't economically viable. Signore, please, let me be with my true love, Buttercup.
Don't worry. Capital punishment. You'll be dead before you're a burden on the state.
She has been this forlorn since we brought her back.
Of course, my king. But once I deal with that pesky Wesley, her heart will no longer yearn for that dastardly pirate.
The newly anointed Queen of Milan arose to meet her subjects at the feet of her castle. Her marriage to Longobard and the death of her lover solidified her fate.
Wait, no, Grandpa, you're reading it wrong. Wesley saves the princess and stops the wedding. He doesn't die. No, it isn't fair. This just isn't not fair.
Life isn't always fair. You know, you're awfully sick, and I think you're taking this book way too seriously.
I'm sorry, I won't interrupt again.
Alright. Where were we? Ah, yes.
I present to you my queen, Queen Buttercup. Boo! 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 Why are you angry? You had love in your palm and you gave it up. You gave him up to torture. You joined a despotic state.
They would have killed my Wesley!
Your true love still lives and you marry another. True love saved her from the fire swamps and she treated it like garbage. Bow to the queen of filth.
My Wesley will come for me. I know it. My Wesley will come for me. I know it.
It was 10 days until the wedding, with Frederick Barbarossa scheming in the pit of despair, the life of Wesley hanging by a strand.
Tell me, Wesley, what makes you so special anyway? You're all the king and princess talks about these days, really. Well, seeing now that the albino has yet to complete his task, I suppose it falls on me now.
You cannot. The law's not this one-sided. The punishment must fit the severity of the crime. My life is not worth you wasting. All I've done is found love. This is tyranny. You mustn't do this. Milan is not lawless. Following the teachings of Baccaria.
We'll see about this. Well, Wesley, your time has come, and I have direct orders from the king.
His orders will only be strong until the Risorgimento. Milan will have no sovereignty after that.
You blaspheme!
Ah!
It was the day of the wedding, with Wesley dead and the princess saw no other fate but to marry King Longobard. To make sure all hegemony was maintained during the wedding, the king sent forth Barbarossa to make a decree.
People of Milan, on this joyous day we must require a force to subdue any wrongdoers who may interfere.
we would not want any resurgimentos to occur at this time. Therefore, we will clear out the Apennine forest. Round up your men. Stand tall. We will defend the castle tonight. Halt! Frederick Barbarossa will not stand for this. Do not forget his power stretches through the north of us. Wait, men. These are the outlaws that Barbarossa was talking about. Get them! Come to me, brutes.
Never. There will always be pockets of people who try and deny you and your power. But do not forget, we are here to stop this behavior.
Ladies, stay behind me. We will not stand for this. Milan needs their independence.
This may call for a bit more than a slight skirmish.
Where can we find someone to back up our movement?
Come with me.
Are they a part of the Risorgimento?
We are here to help.
I see. We are planning a rebellion. There are German-Austrian influences among us after my daughter's practical abduction by the king. We have been apt to work.
Signore, is your daughter the Princess Buttercup?
Yes, yes.
She's with the man in black. She should be okay.
I will hold my breath. Back to our payback. Do you know what Barbarossa has and his important men do in their spare time?
We all know. They gamble, they steal, they're trying to kill us from within.
They're what?
They're imports. They may bring in drugs from Milanese to get sick on. Their tobacco is sickening. Their forced prices and monopolies have stagnated our economy. We can't stand for this abuse any longer.
What do they call him?
Cataneo, Carlo Cataneo. Our insurgents will not go unnoticed. Will you join in our crusade?
We will join.
I have the plan here. Grab all you can. Dump the chairs from your windows. We'll make the barricade. We have 1,700 street sides we must close. You people here with me today. We fight at dawn. Here upon these stones, we will build our barricade in the heart of Milan. We claim as our own, each man to his duty, and don't be afraid.
Our troops have driven out the forces of Napoleon. You will fall. Step away from the barricade.
Not until you give us our liberty! Replace the French with you Austrians. We want democracy. Can you not see the Milanese pendulum? We can enforce democracy. You enforce autocracy. In the end, we will prevail.
We will use force upon you. Ready. Aim.
Fire!
Signore Cataneo, we will not win!
Not this time, my friend. We will create the path for the rest of the Risorgimento. We will win in another way. Let others rise to take our place until the earth is free. Beyond the barricade, is there a world you long to see?
I don't think this story is quite over yet.
You at the barricade, listen to this! Barbarossa encourages you to surrender! The people of Milan are asleep in their beds! You have no friends!
Never. They lie.
Hit the lieutenant! Warn the king of the rebels! I am sure they'll come for the castle next! Run!
Inigo, Sforza, listen to me. You must hide. The battle is drawing to an end. I may have held political stability, but it's only a matter of time before I am to be removed from the office. Go, King Longobard, free us on that front.
Inigo, what will we do without Visconti? What shall we do now that the barricade has fallen?
It was only 5 days in total that the rebellion lasted. Do not worry about it. They gave their lives for the rebellion and the reclamation of Milan. We must honor them and move forward into the new century. The We must push forward into a new era of democracy. The time is now. Cantoneo may not have secured democracy for long, but any time is a step in the right direction. You know what, Sforza? I'm headed to the Appleton Forest.
Hey, wait! You Spaniard! You didn't pay!
Inigo? You look and smell awful. What is wrong with you?
I don't have a purpose. I found nothing. Cantoneo led us to nothing. The man in black spared our lives for a reason. We have no one now. This is where Visconti found me the first time. This is where he'll find me again.
Come on! What about your father? What about the six-fingered man?
It doesn't matter without a leader! Sforza, we need the man in black. He showed us compassion when Visconti wouldn't.
Ah!
The sound of ultimate suffering. My heart made that sound when that advisor to the king slaughtered my father. The man in black makes it now. It is the day of his true love's wedding. We must find him!
Hey, did you hear what all those marauders are doing out here tonight?
Yeah, I hear they're calling for a risorgimento, whatever that means. All I know, this is really gonna disrupt our city-state of Milan. All this riffraff, we're never gonna be able to remain independent.
Yeah? Well, I heard that the king isn't even Milanese. He's from France. He came here only through conquest, or as he says, to join kingdoms. But between you and me, I don't see why it makes any sense to just have two regions join with France.
So, you're one of them?
No. I just see where all the frustration comes from having all the leaders being foreigners.
Like, who else?
Frederick Barbarossa, the king's right-hand man, isn't from here either. His only goal is to conquer as well.
Let us free them from the foreign political power, just like they want.
Get them to fight each other. Then the masses take over.
Politics, isn't that right, Inigo?
He's dead! Wait, Sforza! I have an idea. We just may need a little miracle. What?
We need a miracle.
Are you the man who used to work for the king? We need you to save our friend.
Sorry, not gonna happen.
Miracle, Herm, please! We just need to save Milan and bring our friend to his true love.
I know you Spaniards. What else do you want?
I want to revenge my father's death. What else does the man want?
Of course you do. You and every other 20-some in this day and age. Tell me, was he killed in the Napoleonic Wars, or was it some overly convenient plot devised to introduce a different subplot to save your friend?
Sub what?
Nothing. Just come on in. Well, I can tell your friend here is almost dead. No, quite entirely dead. So there must be a reason he is still hanging around in this plague-infested, pasta-eating peninsula of instability. Let's find out why.
True love.
Yep, you heard him. True love. This is the most noble cause of all. Even above removing a French despot from the throne and removing sovereignty of an unworthy city-state.
Here is where you're mistaken. The most noble thing in the world is a PLT, a political legitimacy, and a tomato sandwich. Ah, yes, where the political legitimacy is nice and hegemonic, just ripe for the contextualization. Back to the point, actually, he distinctly said to blave. And as we all know, to blave means to bluff. So you were probably playing cards and he cheated you.
Liar, liar. He said true love and you know it.
Get back, you witch!
I'm not a witch. I'm an English teacher.
Is there a difference?
Miracle, Herm. This is Wesley, Buttercup's true love. If he were to live again, he would disrupt the King Longobar's wedding. And after he fired you, I know you'd want your revenge.
Valerie, we promised not to mention that in front of our guests.
This is as noble of a cause as any.
Fine, fine. I'll make him alive again. A little retake, dropping a summative, and a little bit of studying ought to do the trick. If we can just top it off with some corroboration, now that would be
more than enough. Give him a miracle.
All better.
My friend, Wesley, we must go stop the wedding of Princess Buttercup!
Have fun storming the castle, kids!
Inigo's already inside. I've told him about the six-fingered man who lays inside.
I am your worst enemy. I am fair and equal election. I am a republic. Do not fear the change of the times. The age of kings and religious rulers is over. We are your liberators.
I guess when you take away that legitimacy of that PLT sandwich Miracle Herm was talking about, isn't so good.
What is this insolence? Excuse yourself from our presence.
No, Barbarossa, let him speak.
Radetzky was able to fight against their barricade. The Resurgimento has fallen there, but they've not fallen everywhere. They will come here next. They have the goal of solidifying all of the Lombardy in the name of Italy, not of the kings who live there.
My lord, this is no good. What shall we do?
We must continue with the wedding. If this is true, then they'll be amidst us soon.
Marriage is what brings us together today. Marriage, that blessed arrangement, that dream within a dream. Then love, true love, will follow you forever.
Okay, thank you. Project Barbarossa, see to it that this issue is resolved. We kill Buttercup tonight and blame it on Florence. She isn't worth the trouble. For Wesley, what we have to say to that?
For you, Princess Buttercup,
Man and wife. Say man and wife like to know.
man and wife.
Alright, off to the honeymoon suite with you, Buttercup.
Hello. My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die!
That little Spanish brat I took a lesson to all those years ago. Simply incredible. Have you been tracing me your whole life, only to fail now? How marvelous. I think that might just be the worst thing that I've ever heard. You know, I was able to worm my way into the Milanese court and conquer most of Eastern Europe. It's a shame I never got to Spain, now isn't it?
I'm sorry, Father. I will try. Hello. My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die!
I can go on no longer without my Wesley, living in a puppet state. Longobardo will have me as his wife no longer. I will not be married to a dead faction of Italy.
I'm sorry, but I was just about to break you out, but I believe it's supposed to be a comedy, not a tragedy. Oh!
Wesley, you've come to save me!
Careful now, I've just been resurrected from the dead.
I'm married now. You could never forgive me. Look around, the castle is in ruins. It seems there's little that can be done about this slow removal of this archaic thing. It seems the people of Milan would like a new, modern form of government.
No, you're not married.
I do not think that is how it works. Can you be unmarried?
As you wish, you didn't say yes, did you? Exactly, you're free!
We'll see about that, you man in black. Stand ready!
You'll have to prop me up. At least my true love props me up. Like Rome and Paris, I get my legitimacy from a closer source.
Wesley, you pirate scum, you'll pay for this! Alright, Wesley, your time has come. Step away from my princess.
I will not.
I surrender! Wesley, take her away. This was the plan all along.
I see you two have found each other. Let's take off!
Wesley, Princess, Nico, can we get out of here now?
I think the time has come. There's just some inkling in me that this newfound peace won't last.
I know what you mean. I just can't put my finger on it. It's almost as if Milan will have more clashes with them taking much of the brunt force. Maybe not clashes, maybe wars.
Yeah, maybe two. It's a good thing we're leaving the epicenter.
Hey, we should get some new clothes after this. Desolate times call for a rebirth of culture.
Right you are, buddy. Let's go out the window now. We go to the far north.
What happens next?
No, it's kissing again. You don't want to hear that.
I actually don't mind.
Okay, if you say so. Since the invention of the kiss in Milan, there have been 5 kisses that were rated the most passionate, the most pure. This one left them all behind. The end. Now, I think it's time for you to get some sleep.
Okay, if you insist.
Alright, bye now.
Hey, Grandpa?
Yeah.
You know, maybe tomorrow you can come by and read it again.
As you wish.
Come, my love, I'll tell you a tale of a boy and girl and their love story, and how he loved her oh so much, and all the charms she did possess. Now this did happen once upon a time, when things were not so complex, and how he worshipped the ground she walked, and when he looked in her eyes he became obsessed. My love is like a storybook story, but it's as real as the feelings I feel. My love is like a storybook story, but it's as real as the feelings I feel. It's as real as the feelings I feel. This love was stronger than the power so dark a prince could have within his keeping. His spells to weave and steal a heart within her breast, but only sleeping. My love is like a storybook story, but it's as real as the feelings I feel. My love is like a storybook story, but it's as real as the feelings I feel. It's as real as the feelings I feel. He said, don't you know I love you oh so much, and lay my heart at the foot of your dress. She said, don't you know that storybook loves always have a happy ending? Then he swooped her up just like in the books, and on his stallion they rode away. My love is like a storybook story, but it's as real as the feelings I feel. My love is like a storybook story, but it's as real as the feelings I feel. It's as real as